Pop art first emerged in the 1950s, but it reached its peak in the 1960s. Pop art was first founded in London in 1952 by the Independent Group. This group made an exhibition called This Is Tomorrow, and the objective was to reach a very large crowd. The British pop art focused mainly on nuclear policy, power politics, and consumption. But when pop art reached America, it became more popular. This movement began as a rebellion against the traditional forms of art. At that time, this movement was seen as an anti-art because it refused to use the standards of art. The artists that took part of this movement felt that the way they were taught art in school and what was exhibited in museums did not show the way their lives were or what was happening in the world. Pop art artists used common objects such as Hollywood movies, comic books, newspapers, and advertising. Many artists were associated with this movement, but one of the most notable was Andy Warhol. Before Warhol was a figure in the pop art movement, he did paintings about the things he liked. In the 1950s, Warhol tried to show his queer art, but it was not accepted. For many years, he tried to put his art in the teenager gallery, but it kept getting rejected. His artwork consisted of gay imagery. The members of the gallery did not see their way to showing that kind of art. Warhol was right, but at that time he was too early for this kind of artwork. It was a way to show anything can be art. Artists were incorporating pop art in subcans, newspapers, comic books, and so much more. Warhol worked as a commercial artist for magazines. He designed advertising and window displays. Then in 1962, he opened a small show at the Fergus Gallery. The subject of his show was Campbell's soup. Andy Warhol became more popular in 1963 when he started painting mass images of consumer goods and celebrities. The technique used was a silk screen technique, which means that Warhol displayed multiple versions of the same image in very bright colors. In this time, he was hailed as the leader of the pop art movement. His work encapsulated what pop art was really about.